Several new WWE signings have been revealed, plus WWE NXT versus AEW. How did they do against each other in the ratings? And we are going to talk about a new WWE announcement today. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. All right, guys, welcome back to the Ango Show. I want to kick things off with NXT versus AEW. Just overall, a really good backstage reaction for WWE NXT. They beat AEW on Wednesday night. They came to Wednesday night and defeated AEW in the ratings. NXT's average was 619,000 viewers on the CW. NXT drew a 0.17 rating in the 18 to 49 demo, which was also above AEW. AEW in its regular time slot averaged 523,000 viewers on TBS, which was down 16.7% from last week. It was the fourth lowest audience total in the history of the show. Dynamite finished sixth on the primetime cable charts with a 0.16 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, which was down from the previous week. I know a lot of people are going to talk about ratings. I know a lot of people are going to go back and forth on this. I said this in my live stream yesterday, so if you guys missed my live stream, we'll probably be talking a little bit more about this too throughout the week. But my feeling is that you guys know, my thing with ratings is that I don't think they're 100% accurate in the sense of like actual total viewership, because the Nielsen boxes and everything is just so outdated. But what I want to say is this. Let's not look at the physical number. Let's just look at where they stand. I think these numbers indicate that AEW is far more competitive and on par with NXT versus the main roster. That's not a bad thing. That's not a good thing. That's just a thing. I think for NXT, it's actually really interesting that they beat AEW, because I thought, like, if you guys watched my live stream, I thought both shows were very solid. I don't think they were like fantastic episodes by any means, but I thought they were both solid shows. I just think WWE NXT has a really big wave of momentum. NXT, and I think a lot of people seem to agree with this. With NXT, there seems to be a lot that people desire from the women's division, and obviously the women's division is a big talking point for NXT, especially when you look at like the 10 women main event tag match. It's just really interesting to see that these two shows are very neck and neck. They're very close. It's not about one beating the other. I think it really just comes down to the fact that both shows are relatively close, and I don't know if I expected that for either company. I feel like Dynamite is, it's AEW's A show, and they're kind of struggling against NXT, which is the third brand for WWE, and third brand, it's also developmental. It's just a very interesting situation altogether. But nonetheless, the wrestling fans won. I think a lot of people who enjoy AEW or enjoy NXT had a good night, and those are the ones who actually won. WWE has announced Elimination Chamber officially coming to Toronto. Today's announcement's actually pretty big because it is a stadium show. In fact, it is considered another international stadium show. Last year it was in Perth, or last time it was in Perth, Australia. This time it's coming to Canada, and TKO announced this, that on Saturday, March 1st, 2025, Toronto will be holding the Elimination Chamber. Obviously, Canada has had the Elimination Chamber before. Canada has been really good to the WWE. The WWE universe out there is like incredible. The reactions are great. So this is obviously good news for WWE. Tickets will be going on sale shortly. Priority passes, all that good stuff that comes with the announcement. One of the things that I really didn't know, or I didn't really expect, was the actual venue. So Rogers Center is a stadium in Toronto, and I believe this is where the Toronto Blue Jays play. So this is kind of cool. Like, they're doing another stadium show for Elimination Chamber. I don't know if it's safe to say that Elimination Chamber is Is it part of the big four, big five? Is that what we're going with these days? I don't know. It's just something that I'm bringing up because Elimination Chamber, I thought when it was initially rumored that they were going to go to Canada, I thought they were just going to do it in an arena. So I'm very curious to see what kind of response WWE gets on ticket sales here. Canada has always been really good to the WWE, as I said earlier. So I'm going to assume that ticket sales will probably be really good. But, with Elimination Chamber, that's in March. WrestleMania, WrestleMania season. It's really important WWE gets it right, man. I thought they were going to do it in an arena. I did not expect it to be in a stadium. So I'm always intrigued by stadium shows, regardless of the company, just because I think it's a very hard thing to achieve. WWE has constantly been doing these international stadium shows, so I think this should be one to be excited about. That it is still a long ways away, so I don't really know what to expect for Elimination Chamber, which is completely fine. I think, in my perspective of things, I think it'll be completely fine. But, right now it's November, so we're going to have to see how Survivor Series goes. We'll have to see how the Royal Rumble goes. I don't really know if there's a real direction for WrestleMania just yet. I know a lot of people are speculating that maybe this stadium show is where Goldberg has his last match. It'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, guys, be patient. WWE has several new signings. WWE ID as well as some Olympic signings. We're going to talk about this. WWE has announced the signing of Zeta Steele. She was scouted from Combat Zone Wrestling, CZW. You might have remembered her from MLW. She's kind of been floating around in the indies. WWE wants to give her a pathway to the WWE, so she is joining the WWE ID program. Bryce Donovan is another one. He is an up-and-comer from Long Beach, New York. He was scouted from Wrestling Open. And then WWE has actually signed another indie wrestler, Cold Brew Cappuccino Jones. He's a relatively new wrestler. He's been wrestling for about 2 years now, and he was scouted from This Is Wrestling. And what a name, bro! What a name, Cappuccino Jones. Which I think that's really cool. WWE is going to announce more WWE ID signings, plus some Olympic signings, according to Dave Meltzer. WWE had a trial with 17 Olympic athletes. Since then, they offered a deal to Aaron Farah, Shady Anhas, and these are two people that come from Olympic backgrounds. And then there is another one, Francis Prinalu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's a discus thrower from South Africa. So obviously, like, WWE is going after the indie talent, WWE is going after Olympic talent, WWE is going after collegiate talent, college athletes. So it's a very interesting strategy. I mean, this is 6 new signings that WWE has. More WWE ID signings are going to be announced later today, which I'll keep you guys updated on. I'm excited. Zeta Steele is actually, for WWE ID, she's the only one that I'm aware of. I've watched her work and stuff. Cappuccino Jones and Bryce Donovan, I'm not familiar with them. So the cool thing about WWE ID program is, like, now I'm starting to want to pay attention to these people, follow them, see what they're up to in their career, see, if there's any potential, which I think that's probably the most exciting aspect of WWE ID. But Zeta Steele is somebody who's actually, like, been around a little bit. Young up-and-comer. There was a lot of rumors that WWE wanted her. We're pretty excited about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.